Hi everyone, my name is Ella Cox, and I did my research argument essay over the New World Screwworm. Although the New World Screwworm has already been in the United States before and was successfully eradicated once, it has made its way back into the US and its infestation numbers are only rising. Continued monitoring efforts are essential to protect humans, animals, and devastating economic loss. Because it hasn't been a severe problem in the US in over 60 years, many people are not familiar with what the screwworm even is. So, what is the screwworm? It's scientifically known as Cochleomya hominivora and is known as the screwworm because of its behavior during its larval stage. The female screwworm fly sets out for an open wound on a warm-blooded animal and lays up to 3,000 eggs on that wound. These eggs will then hatch within 12 to 24 hours later, and when these eggs hatch, the larvae begin feeding on the tissue and fluids of that wound. This can cause severe tissue damage, infection, and even death. As you can imagine, this is incredibly painful for whatever animal is infested. So, the screwworm has already made its way into the United States history books. The New World screwworm is native specifically to the Americas. Before it was eradicated, it primarily inhabited the lower half of the United States as well as Central America. However, it was found as far north as Virginia. It caused immense loss for livestock producers and the economy for more than a century. According to an article published by the University of Arizona in 2025, in the 1950s and early 1960s, NWS infestations resulted in devastating losses to cattle and wildlife in the southern United States. Economic impacts reached $50 to $100 million. Thankfully, in the 1950s, the US and Mexico launched a cooperative eradication program using the SIT, sterile insect technique. Though gone from the United States, it remained terrorizing Central America and the Caribbean. According to the CDC, in Mexico and Central America, more than 185,000 NWS cumulative cases have been reported in animals and more than 2,100 cases in people. This makes the threat of reintroduction to the United States very possible. Unfortunately, as of June 3rd, 2026, that fear came true. Cases of the New World Screwworm have been rising since then, and as of June 21st, numbers have reached up to 15 infestation cases in New Mexico and Texas combined. Because the risk of widespread infestations is greater than ever, it's important prevention and monitoring efforts are properly maintained. One of the reasons the screwworm is so dangerous is the threat it poses to animal health and welfare. The screwworm is not like an ordinary maggot that can survive on decaying material. It must infect a living organism to survive, meaning animals ranging from livestock to wildlife to domesticated pets are at risk. When a screwworm infects an animal, it burrows into the wound, widening and worsening the injury. According to a public health journal written by Schuford, the infestation or myiasis causes extreme pain and distress in the cow, and secondary bacterial infections grow more likely as the wound deepens and widens over time. As infection spreads, animals can develop fever, dehydration, systematic illness, and without immediate treatment, severe injury, permanent disfigurement, and death can occur in as little as 1 week. Here is a photo of a cow that has a severe screwworm infestation. Not only does it pose risk to animal welfare and health, it also can cause severe economic damage. For people such as ranchers who make a living off of raising livestock, the screwworm can cause them to lose a significant amount of their profit. Treatment for these infestations is far from cheap. This ranges from medication costs, labor, and veterinary care. Because of so much stress and disease throughout these livestock herds, productivity rates are incredibly reduced. For example, undergo weight loss, decrease milk production, and decrease fertility. Not only will ranchers suffer, but other countries and consumers will as well. Due to such a high and fast risk of huge outbreaks, trade restrictions will be enforced across states and even nations. This will cause a big loss of market access. Though it causes such a significant impact, not everyone is on the same page. Some believe that since the screwworm has been in the United States before, there is no need to worry about it now. However, the screwworm remains a constant threat due to its presence in nearby countries as well as its new emergence in the United States due to animal movement and its rapid ability to spread if it's not detected early. So, why does prevention matter? Early detection protects our livestock, wildlife, pets, and even people. Surveillance and monitoring help catch these threats early. Prevention is far less costly than eradication and treatment. Protecting agriculture protects our economy and our food supply. In conclusion, the New World screwworm is a small pest with a huge impact. History has shown us just how much damage it can cause, but also shows us eradication is possible if we stay vigilant. Sitting back and letting it run its course is not an option. Strong prevention programs, continued surveillance, and rapid response efforts are essential to ensuring the New World screwworm does not regain its foothold in the United States again.